Hi everyone, I'm David, Associate Game Director on Wild Rift. You'll find me as Papa Smoothie on the Rift and on socials. Now, let's get into our gameplay updates. Over the last couple patches, we made updates for the support role, and we feel pretty good about where they landed so far. This means that in patch Dark into Dawn, we're looking to make meaningful improvements to another role, the jungle. Jungling is one of the most challenging roles in Wild Rift. It plays very differently compared to all the other roles and has a ton of agency over the course of the game. Now, we expect the jungle role to remain high depth and high impact, but in 3.5, we're looking to remove some unnecessary complexity from the experience while maintaining all the epic moments. Starting this patch, you'll be able to use the buff sharing mechanic. Blue and red buffs are incredibly powerful tools and sometimes cause unnecessary tension between teammates as to who should get them. We're adding a mechanic where after a few minutes of game time, killing the Brambleback or the Sentinel will drop a temporary buff that other players can pick up by walking up to the buff circle. Sharing is caring, folks, so don't let it go to waste. Since you have double the buffs for your team, the evolved versions of blue and red will be removed. We also have a new jungler-specific buff called Conservation. When you jungle, you'll gain conservation stacks over time, and killing a large monster will cash in the stacks for gold. This buff is meant to provide a natural guidance for junglers on how they should balance between ganking and farming. Basically, if you only farm or only gank, you'll be missing out on that bonus gold. We're updating the Smite Summoner spell. First, we're removing Challenging Smite, or Red Smite. We found that it really wasn't a compelling choice for jungle players, and it was often hard to appreciate its effect in-game. Next, we're changing how the Smite upgrade functions. Originally, you had to kill a specific amount of monsters to upgrade your Smite. Starting this patch, Smite will upgrade based on the number of times it has been used, so the upgrade time should be more consistent across games. Additionally, both base Smite and the upgraded Smite will deal a fixed amount of damage to monsters instead of scaling based on your champion level. Lastly, we're adjusting the general stats and behavior of jungle monsters. This should help make clear times faster overall, and you should have an easier time surviving against monsters, especially in the early clears. Because at the end of the day, we want junglers to be planning their next steps without worrying so much about surviving their initial clears. Another big change I want to call out is the first camp start decision. Previously, it was almost necessary for junglers to start at the red buff to maximize their clear speed. With the general updates to monster stats, we hope the first clear decisions can be more dynamic and flexible, so that players can choose which camp to start based on the unique dynamics of their specific matchup. We're making some awesome improvements to Shelly as well. Rift Herald is meant to be a mid-game tool that helps you snowball, but with its current tuning, oftentimes the expected rewards can vary greatly. So we have increased the speed of summoning Rift Herald as well as her charge speed, so the value gained from your plays will be that much more consistent. Horizon Focus is a great pick for mages who want to snipe opponents with spells. Skill shots that hit a champion from a distance will apply stacks to your enemy. Hidden crowd control abilities will grant additional stacks. Gain enough stacks to consume them and deal bonus damage. Get your sniper goggles on and sharpen up your aim. Lord Dominic's Regards is our newest attack damage item. With his passive Adrenaline, after you're out of combat with other champions for a few seconds, your first attack against a champion will now have increased attack speed. Soul Stealer is getting a new passive, Soul Flare. Takedowns on enemy champions will reduce the cooldowns on all your basic abilities, and you'll gain extra ability power for a few seconds after. So if you're a mage or assassin player who likes to snowball your way through teamfights, this is the item for you. For runes, we want to give mages another option beyond the Electrocute and Summon Airy, with some utility beyond just dealing extra damage. So if you want to run fast and cast fast, Phase Rush is the rune for you. When you hit a champion with 3 separate attacks or abilities, you'll gain a burst of movement speed and ability haste. Your current cooldowns will also be reduced, so get spell slinging. We're also replacing the champion rune. Sudden Impact is your new pick if you're looking to twist a knife or you assassinate your enemies. With this rune, you'll gain a bit of adaptive penetration when you exit stealth or use a dash, blink, or teleport to deal damage to